This is part 4 of 5 of our discussion regarding Antichrist in Islam. Part 3, we learned that the Bible could never serve Islam. Confirming this, we learned, whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father. But he that acknowledgeth the Son hath the Father also. Who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? He is Antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son. So Islam is Antichrist. The most important fundamental of Islam is shirk, which is manifest specifically as a denial that God has a son. Each and every elite Gentile that denies the Son is an Antichrist, whether Muslim or atheist. Regarding Mr. Ahmad Deedat's discussing the verses in respect to good fruit and evil fruit, the verses read, "Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit." Consider Islam around the world today, and particularly in the cradle of the religion. Saudi Arabia is the bedheading capital of the world. Country that the U.S. calls our friend because we need their oil. See the spectacle of Muslims killing each other and blowing up each other's mosques on the nightly news, let alone the rest of the deadly terror attacks against non-Muslims around the world. The religionofpeace.com has logged over 10,000 deadly terror attacks just since 9/11. Imagine what kind of world it would be if it were entirely controlled by various sects of Islam. 3 teenage girls beheaded on their way to Christian school in Indonesia. The note left behind read, "We will murder 100 more Christian teenagers and their heads will be presented as presents." That's evil. From Mr. Deedat's video, it seemed that shortcomings and black sheep is how he might excuse away 2 million slain in the Sudan alone. A religion of peace? From the Hadith, Jews will hide behind a rock and tree, and the rock and tree will say, "O servant of Allah, O Muslim, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him." Killing so-called unbelievers is prescribed by the Quran. In Surah 8:12 we read, "I will instill terror into the hearts of the unbelievers. Smite ye above their necks, and smite all their fingertips off them." As for Mr. Deedat's spurious claim that Mussolini and Hitler were Christians, their actions were the exact opposite of the life of Jesus Christ and the teachings of the New Testament. In fact, the Satanist Madame Blavatsky's book was found in Hitler's nightstand. However, Hitler's actions were stunningly consistent with the anti-Jew sentiment, rhetoric, and teachings of Islam and its prophets, Muhammad, as the Daily News and the verse from the Hadith above clearly show. Please visit Islam's Seeds of Hatred to view the stunning parallel of the indoctrination of the Islamic anti-Jew equivalent of the Hitler Youth. The world war going on today is not new. Islamic Empire has been at war against the non-Islamic world for 1,300 years. The Islamic second jihad is the image of the first jihad, which was wounded in the Battle of Tours, France, and later healed by Western wealth transfer. In Islam, there are 2 houses, the Dar al-Salam, the house of peace, and the Dar al-Harb, the house of war. If you're a Muslim, you're in the Dar al-Salam. But if you're any other faith, you're an infidel in the Dar al-Harb, and Islam is at war against you. Please visit IsraelInBibleProphecy.com for text version of the above that includes links where you can study these verses directly in their context. Also, other resources, including YouTube's and other websites. Please also visit BeholdTheBeast.com for an in-depth discussion of Islam and Israel in prophecy, confirmed mathematically. In Matthew 6:7 we learn, "But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking.